ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tech Showdown. My name is Kevin. This is my co-host Teddy, and today we're checking out these guys right here. It's the Roccat Khan Pro gaming headset. So let's jump into it and check out the specs and the features of this gaming headset. So it's coming with 50mm drivers with impedance of 25 ohms, a frequency response of 10 to 40,000 hertz, connects via a 3.5mm jack and has a 2.5 meter braided cable, which is crazy, it's so long. It does come with a 2-in-1 adapter, which is going to be good for the console guys. And it comes in with a weight of only 230 grams, which is definitely on the light side of things, which is a big plus, and we'll talk about that later when we go over the comfort. But let's first start with the looks then. And this one's a little bit of a mixed bag for me, only in the sense that I think it looks good, but it's definitely not that original. So you can get it with 3 different colors. Black, like how I have it, there's a gray, and there's a white one. So 3 different colors you can pick from. I mean, it does look good. It has a lot of branding on it, which I don't particularly mind, but some people may have an issue with. I personally still think it looks good, even with all the branding on it. It doesn't have any lighting though, which is going to be an issue for some people. Personally, I don't mind, because I always think lighting on a headset, I mean, it's not like you can see it anyway, so what's the point? And if it has lighting on the front, you'll often see it on your monitor, so that's not really good either. But some people still like to have it, but it doesn't have any lighting. Not really a big issue to me. The thing is that it looks similar to many other gaming headsets out in the market right now. Of course, it has all the branding on it, so you're definitely going to know it's Roccat. But I'm meaning in the sense of the overall design of it is similar. Not really Rockat's fault. It's just a trend among all the headset makers. But that is something I do need to say. So let's move over to something much more important than looks on a headset of all things, which is the comfort. And comfort-wise, it gets an absolute A+ from me. So as I said earlier, it's very light. The main reason why this is a good thing is because if you have a heavy headset, as you guys may have owned in the past, you'll note that it often will hurt you, like you feel discomfort across the top of your head after a while. It sort of will dig in. That's not the case with these guys. Oftentimes, the other ones as well, they'll clamp quite a lot on your ears to try sort of take some of the load off the top of your head. And that's also not the case with these guys. The clamping force feels not too light, not like, other ones where they'll just fall off, but it's not a big squeeze like you get on some of the headsets. So it's coming with memory foam padding. That's really good. That's probably the best material you can use for padding. Very nice. It's got this leatherette around it as well, which is also good. And yeah, comfort-wise, I have no issues with it whatsoever. Adjustment on the headband, very easy. Up and down, steel headband. The only issue I have with it is it would have been nice if they'd added markers to the headband. I always like to see that. It's just a small thing, but it's a thing they could do in the future. It just makes it easier if you for whatever reason they're out of adjustment or whatever, you can just easily put it back. I mean, you can always eyeball it, so it's not the end of the world. It's just a nice little thing that I often like to see. But yeah, overall, very comfortable. I have no issues here with it in that regard, and I really enjoyed wearing them for long gaming sessions. So let's talk about the sound quality, because it can be the most comfortable headset in the world, but if it sounds terrible, you're never going to want to use it. And in this regard, it's also an A+. They do a very good job in the sound quality. So the 50mm drivers, if I had to sum them up in one word, it would either be clear or crisp. But you sort of see what I'm getting at. When you play games with them, you just notice all the little sounds. They don't just get muddled in with everything. It's very clear. You can hear the differences between things. If you're playing a more competitive game, say you're playing Rainbow Six Siege like I do, or I don't know, PUBG, Fortnite, Counter-Strike, something like that, you can hear the footsteps as well, and gunshots quite clearly, and that's always a good thing. These were, I believe, made for esports, so that's very important, and you do hear that. Outside of gaming, though, they're also still pretty good. When you listen to music with them, depending on the type of music you listen to, they're quite how would I put it, bass heavy. So this is something that's not new to gaming headsets. A lot of them are like this. They emphasize the bass a lot, which makes it quite cool in games when there's explosions in that. They sound a lot deeper. In music, if you're listening to like hip hop and R&B, you also get that big bass, which I really like. But some users out there and people who have commented on my headset videos in the past have said that they dislike gaming headsets that really emphasize the bass. It's not over the top with these, but you can definitely tell it's there. I don't have a problem with it at all, and I honestly think that most regular users would actually enjoy it, but it's something that has to be said. But overall, as far as the sound quality goes, yeah, it's fantastic. I have no issues with it whatsoever. So now let's talk about the microphone. So it does come with a microphone. This one you can see right here. Pull it down. It's quite flexible. Yep, no issues there. You can get it nicely in front of your mouth. As far as the quality goes, I would say it's above average for sure. Clear enough for gaming, more than clear enough for gaming. If you're a streamer or someone like that wants to buy a headset with a built-in microphone, so you don't need a standalone one or anything like that, I would say it will be good enough to get you by. But of course, it's not going to be. It's above average for gaming headsets, but it's not going to compare to like a standalone mic or something. And how could it? But it's still pretty decent. As always, I'll let you guys judge for yourself. So this is what the microphone sounds like on the Roccat Khan Pro. And here it is, guys. I think you would agree that it would be above average for a gaming headset, but of course it's not going to compare to a standalone mic or anything like that. But very clear, very easy to hear. If you're playing a game with your friends or something like that, I don't think anyone would have a problem with it. So that should give you an idea of the mic quality there. As I said, above average as far as I'm concerned. I've tested tons of gaming headsets now, and it's definitely above average. More than good enough if all you're doing is gaming with your friends. More than good enough for that. But people that are taking it a bit more seriously, yeah, it'll still get you by just fine, but yeah, obviously not as good as it could be. Now, as far as the build quality goes, for those of us who like to travel, and I'll be traveling to Computex 2018 within the next 2 weeks now. Wow, it's that close. It's good because it lies flat. That's what we always like to see, so it doesn't snap. As far as build quality goes, yeah, it feels just fine. Doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart or anything. These are designed and engineered in Germany, which is always a good thing. And yeah, it's very easy. There's also the volume control just on the back there, so very simple to use as well. Yeah, I have no issues with it in terms of build quality. Which brings us now to the conclusion. And what do I make of the Roccat Khan Pro gaming headset? So right now on pricespy.co.nz, you can pick these guys up for between 160 New Zealand dollars and 180 New Zealand dollars. So that's quite good. You can also use Price Alert on PriceSpy, which lets you know if they ever go on sale, so you can pick them up when they're on that special price. So overall then, what do I make of them? Well, looks-wise, I think they look good. I mean, you could wear these in public. That's the thing. Some of them just look so hardcore. Like, you put them on, and if you went in public, people would be like, oh my god, what is he wearing? These guys, if you wore them in public, aside from the mic, which would make you look a little bit hardcore, they would be just fine. And most people wouldn't look twice at you for wearing them. As I said earlier, the only thing is that they do look kind of standard, and maybe some people out there would have liked lighting on their headset. Me personally, I mean, you guys know how I feel about RGB. I don't really mind that much. But on to the more important things. Comfort-wise, they're super light. Fantastic there. Good padding. No worries at all. You're going to be able to wear these for long gaming sessions, and they're going to be just fine. The sound quality is also really crisp, really clear, a bit bass heavy, but that's not the end of the world for most people, and overall really good. And the mic quality is also just fine, above average. So overall, I would highly recommend them. And I think with Computex coming up, I need to bring a headset with me because I've got to do all my editing and stuff back at the room. And I think this is going to be the headset I take with me. I've been sort of thinking about it, what peripherals I would bring with me, because of course I'm going to be using them not just for Computex, I'll be staying for a while in Asia afterwards. I'm going to be using them for like 2 or 3 weeks, so I got to pick something I'm going to like. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to pick these Khan Pros because out of all the headsets I've been trying lately, these are the ones that have impressed me the most. So yeah, I would highly recommend them, guys. It's a very, very good headset. Now, I thank you all for watching this video. Please subscribe to Tech Showdown if you haven't already, and like the video. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.